All right. See what it's looking like. Oh yeah. Look at that. Strawberry cobbler.
It still has that gooey cobbler-like consistency, but the top is completely done. So you just kind of, we're going to flip it. And it's kind of like a little bread pudding. It's got a gooey feeling.
It's good.
Turned out perfectly.
Smoked strawberry cobbler.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
It's very hot, so be careful.
It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. All right, y'all. So today is the official day. We just made it down to the camper, down to the farm. And we're getting the camper set up. And the camper is not completely finished, but we're gonna camp out in it, you know. And tonight's gonna be our first night camping in the camper, and we're getting set up now. I'm just kind of walk you around, show you what we have going on, because Mama's working on getting things set up in the camper. You know, we're setting up kind of like an off-grid type setup, and that's how it's gonna be until we start building the house and getting the power pole. So we just need to get down here and get systems, you know, going. The only way to figure out, you know, those systems and to become efficient in those systems is to be down here and to do it, you know. So we're not, you know, gonna let anything hold us back. We got the camper down here. We have power, lights, water. We need to get in here and finish the walls off of things, but for framing the beds and all those type of things. But for right now, we have the mattresses to the beds, and we're just gonna put the mattresses on the floor and sleep on the floor for tonight. And hopefully we can get enough work done tomorrow to where we can start framing in the walls or getting the walls done, insulation, getting them floated out, and then start getting the frames of the beds built. And then we'll get our DIY compost toilet built, which is not gonna take too long. We have a urine diverter that we're waiting on. But once we get that in, we'll be able to make our compost toilet, and we'll be able to take you along for that journey. But let me just walk you around the farm and around the campsite, around this retreat area. We haven't fully figured out what name to call the campsite yet, but we know we don't want to call it a campsite. We want to have a more powerful name, or just a more seasonal name set up for it. But so now we're calling it just campsite, retreat, whatever comes to our mind when we start talking about it. So let me just turn the camera around and kind of walk you around and show you what the boys are doing, show you what Mama is doing. And while Mama is cleaning up the camper and getting it, you know, ready so we can make coffee and cook food and all those type of things, which most of our cooking is gonna go on our outdoor kitchen over here. And but while she's doing that, me and the boys are gonna go over here and work on some firewood, because we need to get a stack of wood set up for campfires, you know, because it's gonna be a little chilly tonight. And for cooking, because all of our cooking will be done with firewood for right now. I have a propane tank that I can hook up to the outdoor kitchen, and so that we can, you know, use skillets and things like that. But for now, until I get that hooked up, until we get propane, we're gonna be cooking on fires, on open fires. So me and the boys will get some firewood split up over here and start getting this stacked up, and I'll turn around and show you what Mama's doing. All right, welcome to our humble abode.
Hello, welcome.
All right. Smelling good in here.
I mean, smelling like bleach already.
Yeah, for
so
real.
I'm literally, I think I bleached myself.
Oh yeah, for real.
I'm literally just cleaning this area, this countertop area, so we have a place to, you know, put cups and, you know, coffee maker and little things. We're going to be mostly outside, but just having a place to set stuff when you're not cooking or using it or whatever. And so I'm going to wipe down these cabinets. I'm going to wipe down this countertop, and I'm going to start setting us up. So we're going to be ready. I'm so excited. I think I brought everything I could possibly think of. It's maybe just 2 things I thought of on the way that I forgot. But it's fine.
Yeah, she got fussed at for taking too long.
Because
I was like, we got to get there before dark so we can get set up. And she was still low and stuff.
I knew we were going to get there before dark, but it was just like, you were scaring me because you kept saying, we might not come back, we might not come back. So I'm bringing flour, I'm bringing butter, I'm bringing everything, you know, I'm bringing, but just the kitchen sink.
Yeah. She said we brought everything but the kitchen sink. But and then she thought about it. And I'll show y'all in a minute that we actually did bring the kitchen sink.
Because we brought a camper faucet.
Because as you see, the kitchen sink is not installed there yet. And it just came in today in the mail, so we actually have the kitchen sink with us.
Yeah, we brought everything, but I think I got everything that we need, at least for tonight and tomorrow.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it all out. It's always like that, you know. You kind of have to figure out a way to do something new. You have to, like my husband always says, you jump in. I'm like, I need this, I need this, I need that. He's like, you got to jump in and get ready for it. So we're ready.
That's right. So she's getting the countertops cleaned off. As you see, we brought the coffee maker, but we also have this here if we want to make coffee over and this, you know,
yeah, so a filter goes inside here, and you put it on your cup, and then you just pour
the water in, yeah, and then fills it in. Yep. Yep. So we can make coffee over just an open fire in the morning, or we can plug into the generator and use the old drip coffee maker. But yeah, so as you see, the walls are not up yet. I hadn't got completed floating the walls out. I did complete this floor in here, as you saw in the last video, but I had to complete floating these walls out. But that's, like I said, it's just a labor of love that has to happen. You know, it's a slow process, just cutting the boards and getting them, you know, filled in so we can put in insulation. But I might get started on that today. But if not, first thing in the morning, we're gonna be floating these walls out, running to the Home Depot, running to town.
Yeah, we need a town.
Yeah, and gotta do a town run because we're in the country now. But yeah, so that'll be for tomorrow. Right now, we're just getting set up. Let's see if this old Pauline Pro can crank up and get us some firewood for tonight. Yeah, I've been had this saw probably about 5-6 years now. I had a Husqvarna saw that I paid all type of hundreds and couple hundreds of dollars for, and I used it one day. You know, we were clearing this property, the front we were putting in the driveway. I used that saw one day and cut down a bunch of trees, and I worked it hard, like for about 8 hours straight, non-stop, and it never worked again. And I said I'd never pay that much money for a saw again just to work for one day. And so I started buying the cheaper saws, and I said that I can buy 3 of those cheaper saws, you know, for the price of one of those Husqvarnas of steel. So I said I just buy the cheap ones, and if they go down after a year or two, then I just buy another one. I buy 3 at a time if I have to, have spares, backups. But yeah, that's all there. That's the first one I bought, you know, when I made that decision, and it's still working to this day. So it's been a good investment so far. I think I only paid like $150, $200 for that saw in comparison to like $500 or $1,000 for a Husqvarna or steel. So it's still doing good after about 6 years. It just started acting up on me. I probably need to give it a tune up or something like that. But let's see if it'll crank up and get us some wood going. All right, y'all, so we got a good pile of wood going, and we're gonna need more than that, but that'll get us started, probably make us through the night. And the boys did a good job getting it stacked up. And now I got them stacking some wood over here by the outdoor kitchen. Look at that sunset. Look at it back there. I know you can't hardly see it, but the sun is right there at the tree line. I try to get y'all a video once it passed the tree line and it's not shining as hard. But yeah, so we get to cook in our kitchen as the sun sets on us. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I told the boys to stack some in front of the outdoor kitchen over here. I'm gonna get Mama, I'm gonna chop some down a little bit smaller with the hatchet and get Mama a little fire going, so she can warm up some dinner. She still has some baked chicken left over from last night, so we don't have to cook it. We just need to get it warmed up. But the boys are stacking some wood up here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and split it down smaller and get Mama a fire going so she can come out here and cook dinner on the campsite or the retreat. We gotta figure out what to call it.
You see those big gangs in the pieces of wood?
Yep. So what you cooking? What's on the menu for tonight?
Rice and chicken and gravy. It's basically leftovers from last night, but I need a little bit more rice. So that's what we're cooking.
Sounds good.
So here's the chicken and gravy that I'm warming up. And here's the rice that I'm cooking. It's very steamy in there, so that's a good sign. So I'm just waiting on it to get done, and then I can feed my boys.
It's warm though, you can feel it.
Perfect. I put some hair on your chest.
All right, y'all. It's day 2. Had a good night's sleep last night. Surprisingly, it was pretty good. You know, we stayed pretty warm in there, even though the camper doesn't have any insulation. But it didn't get very cold last night. But we're starting the day off with a nice cup of coffee, nice pot of coffee. And today we're gonna work on trying to get the walls floated out on the camper and get some insulation in the walls. And then we might make a lumber run and start putting the walls up. But that's the plan for today. And we just want to go ahead, even though the camper is unfinished, we want to go ahead and get down here and you know, just start camping out so that we can, you know, get our systems in place, because this is our 3rd camper and our 3rd time camping out on this property. And we know that, you know, the only way to get efficient is to actually do it. You know, it's just like the old man once said. He says farming is not about having, but it's about doing. And so the only way that we're gonna learn is by doing. You know, and the Bible kind of talks about the same thing. It says, you know, love not just in word and tongue, but in deed and truth. You know, it's about the things that we do. So if, you know, we're not doing, we're not going to be able to learn and grow and put those systems in place to where we'll be able to, you know, stay down here full time, build our house, establish our home, and build this farm. But it's a beautiful morning out here today. Nice little fall chill, dew on the ground, all the birds are chirping. And eventually the sun is going to poke out over the tree line over there. And then it's going to be time to get to work. But yeah, it's I.A.G Farms. Let's see what today has to bring. All right, y'all, the sun is peeking through the clouds over there, so it's letting us know it's time to get to work. Got a couple fires going over here. Got a fire that's for the boys standing around to get warm. And then over here, I got the grill going. This is our outdoor kitchen, our oven. And we're gonna use it like an oven this morning. And we're gonna have a fire on this side. And then on that side, we're gonna put some, Megan's gonna make a strawberry cobbler this morning for breakfast. And we'll let that warm up and heat up. And like I said, we'll use it like an oven. And Megan is getting ready now. She's cranking up the side by side. She's about to go down there to the water meter, get some water, and you know, wash out all the dishes from last night. But yep, so we're getting rolling. Breakfast is finna go on the oven in the outdoor kitchen, and then I'm finna get started on getting in this camper and finishing off these walls. We got it cleaned up from last night in here. Got all the beds taken up and everything, and I'm gonna get back started on these walls. So let's see what we can get into today.
So this is it. I've made up the batter. This is actually a double batch because this is a huge pot. So I just basically took all the ingredients and mixed it in that small bowl again and poured it in. Had a couple extra strawberries at the bottom of my bag, so I just, you know, poured them on top, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and put this on our quote-unquote oven. We're gonna put it on the grill like an oven, and we'll just let that cook, and I'll go in and see what Tim's got going on. All right, I'm headed in to see what Tim has going on in the camper. How's it going?
Going good, going good. I got the last board going up on this wall.
Awesome.
I step back so y'all can see. So as you can see, you might have to go a little closer. But I have all of this wall floated out, all the rotten wood replaced. And I had this last board to put in right there, which I have
See? Cut. Okay. And everything else, we can see the new wood.
Got my braces up here. Braced in.
Hold on, show them again.
Have my braces up here.
Okay.
Braced in. I got a corner. I'm trying to remember to put all my dead wood like in the corners here. I gotta put one right there because to have something to screw to.
Right,
you know?
That makes sense.
Yep. So I told my wife it's like being in shop class because I'm in here working with this fake wood. You know, these 1x2s. You know, the Lord has me in training for when I get ready to build our house. And yeah, he got me in training, so I'm using fake wood, working on this camper to just get in the rhythm of framing and measuring and squaring and all those things that I have to do on the house. So it's a beautiful thing, and you know, to be able to understand the process and understand that I'm in training right now. So yep, so I'm gonna get back to it. My drill. I had to go out there and wrestle with the sheet, so I kind of got off.
Oh yeah, everything is great. We're down here. I love it, but everything takes a little bit longer, you know, to do than you would think it would. Just because we don't have all the conveniences, but that's okay because, you know, we didn't drive 45 minutes to get here. So
drive 45 minutes back.
Exactly. So we're actually saving time, even though you spent like what 15 minutes wrangling the sheet. So it's good.
Definitely saving time. Like we were down here at the crack of dawn this morning. We were able to drink our coffee out in the field. Wake up here. we're able to feel the heartbeat of the farm now. And that's what the Lord ministered to us during the season while we were living in the city and ministering in the city and being pastors, you know, because I was the pastor of our ministry in the city. And the Lord really ministered to us about how pastors, like in our city, needed to live in the city and live in the communities that they pastored and that they disciple people in, because that way you can feel the heartbeat of the community and know what the community needs. And it's the same way because technically, literally, if you look up the name of a farmer that raises animals, it's called a pastoral farmer, you know. And we're actually raising sheep, you know, and raise pigs too, and chickens and things like that, and cows on down the line. But we're actually called pastoral farmers. And so, you know, what we did in the city, we were pastoring people. And now we're on the farm and we're pastoring animals, you know, leading our sheep. So, you know, it's just a beautiful thing to be able to live out, you know, this tangible physical example of the spiritual things that the Lord is trying to teach us. Yep. All right, y'all. So I got this wall finished and it's framed in completely. Matter of fact, I just saw something on video. I got to put some braces at the bottom, but I'll come back and do that. But yeah, so I cut into this wall and kind of getting it cleaned up. So I can go ahead and replace the wood on this wall and float it out as well. But Mama just made the call, said the cobbler is ready. So let's get out here and eat our breakfast / lunch. Let's see. Food ready? Yeah. All right. See what it's looking like. Oh yeah. Look at that. Strawberry
so the bottom
cobbler.
still has that gooey cobbler-like consistency, but the top is completely done. So you just kind of, we're going to flip it. And it's kind of like a little bread pudding. It's got a gooey feeling.
It's good.
Turned out perfectly.
Smoked strawberry cobbler.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
It's very hot, so be careful.
Don't drop it.
See, this is where I want you to stand and eat. Nope.
Yeah, it's a table, huh?
Stand and eat there. Okay?
Don't worry, y'all.
Very hot.
We're going to get better systems. Right now we're using what we have on the farm for tables. Lean back, no, get back. Let him eat his food. Yeah, so we still got to, like I say, get our systems efficient. But the main reason we're down here is because of this right here, to get this camper done, because that's the first system that need to become efficient, is to actually complete the camper. And then we'll start getting the deck built out the front of it. But let me quit talking. I'm going to get over here and eat. We'll see y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, so we've gotten done. What did we do last on the video?
Did we
eat?
We ate, I think, and we're doing some framing. But I think eating was the last thing that we...
Okay, all right. It's been a while since we turned the camera on.
We've been framing and cleaning up in the camper after framing ever since then, so...
Yeah. So I think this is going to be it for today's video. We're going to continue to frame. We actually have to make a material run.
Yeah.
Got to run to town, get some different things. And it's been fun, but we're going to continue to camp out. And but we're going to stop recording for today. And we'll pick the camera back up tomorrow. So we'll see y'all on the next one. It's I.A.G Farms.
It's all about God.